Hey, guess who I have at my house today? The one and only Aarti.
Yes, hi.
From Love on the Spectrum. This is Subodh's sister. I'm a fan. I'm still starstruck. I can't even believe she's in my house.
Oh my God.
Seriously, the first time that you guys invited us to Subodh's birthday party, I was screaming for joy, and I called my friends back in Boston and told them.
That is so crazy because I felt starstruck when we had a celebrity family in our house.
Oh my God.
When you guys came over. So it's just
Isn't it cool how the show brought people together, though?
really, really cool.
Yeah, because we did not know each other during filming. We had no idea.
I didn't meet them until it aired. Isn't that crazy?
Until after it aired.
Yeah.
And I knew you were from LA.
And Abby and David had already been together for almost a year at that
That's
point.
right. They had.
When do you remember learning that Subodh was maybe a little bit different? Yeah.
So he was actually diagnosed when my mom was a couple weeks out from giving birth to me. So he was 2.5-ish and almost 3. And so I really don't remember a time when I didn't know about autism. That's just always been part of my life. I know that we didn't really play together as kids. He was pretty isolated. He didn't really want to interact with me too much. I would kind of goad him and bother him, and I don't know.
You bother
I know.
anyone?
I was kind of a brat. I mean, there's just no way around that.
Truth comes out.
Little
I'm
sisters
shocked.
are kind of the worst. I get
am
it.
Shocked. I can't believe it.
There was one time, and I cringe thinking about this. I was maybe 6 years old, and I was wanting to get a reaction out of him. So I wanted to chase him or do something. And so my mom had some bug spray, like bug killer, like roach, what is that called? The roach spray?
Roach off?
Raid.
Oh,
Raid. We had
Raid.
Raid at home. And I brought the can of Raid and I just started chasing him with it. And my mom is like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I just thought it was bad for bugs. I didn't know it was bad for humans." She's like, "That's poison. You can kill someone." I was like, "Okay." I felt so bad. That's a core memory in here.
Oh my God.
So no, I was always
That's
trying to get a
funny.
reaction of him. I would say one of the few things we did do was he's always loved video games. He's always been really into video games. So we had a Super Nintendo at home. I know I'm dating myself because I'm in my 30s, but we had a Super Nintendo at home, and I never really liked playing video games. I preferred watching things. So what I would do is he would sit and play, like, let's say the Aladdin game on Super Nintendo, and then I would sit right next to him and I'd watch it like a movie.
Oh.
So that's something that we used to do together, and that was fun.
Yeah.
It just was part of my life. Never shied away from it. We never shied away from it with him. He always knew the word autism. He always knew that he was going to be different. I didn't really talk about it at school much, but that was just part of my life, I guess. Yeah.
So if you guys didn't play together too much growing up, how did you guys become so close?
You know, as we got older, so when I was 18, I went off to Cal Poly SLO for my undergrad. It's about 4 hours north of LA.
I love SLO.
Yeah, it's the best.
beautiful.
I love it there. So I moved, and so I was pretty far removed from my family up there. And then he, a couple years after I left, he moved to Westwood, actually, to be part of the Peers program and a few different programs through UCLA. When I came back to LA, I would go see him in Westwood with my parents, or I would just go spend time with him. I kind of started there. And then in 2019, he and I moved in together as roommates. My brother was doing well in Westwood, but his life was kind of stagnating a little bit. He wasn't, his job was minimum wage. It was just part-time. He wasn't in school anymore. There was really no functional reason for him to live in Westwood, which is one of the most expensive parts, not only of California, but probably the country. My parents had a hard time with him living so far away. That's about 40 miles away for them.
Did he have any help when he lived with a roommate?
He had services through the regional center.
So was
Westside
it
Regional
supported
Center.
living? Supported?
No, he had ILS services, independent living services,
Oh,
but
okay.
it was just a couple hours a week. It was nothing,
I see, okay.
nothing like in-house
see.
living
Yeah.
services.
So he
or
was
anything
pretty
like that.
independent on
He was.
his own. Yeah.
He took the bus, or he took access to
Yeah.
get to work. took Uber if he needed to go out with friends or something.
He can do it.
Even now, like, he doesn't drive or anything, but he knows how to take the bus really well. He takes Access, which is a rideshare service with people with disabilities. He gets access for that, so he takes that to work every day.
I'm so glad that it's reliable for you. For us,
oh
it
yeah,
wasn't.
it's for him. He's used to it at this point. The delays are crazy.
The delays
it would
are
drive me crazy.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I mean, we tried Access for Ab because she was about, I think maybe 18 or 19, and I thought, okay, now you're going to be going here. So let's go. Some therapy appointment. It's 2 miles down the road. We called Access, scheduled the appointment. It's a 30 to 40 minute window. That could be 30 minutes early. Okay.
So he gets places an hour in advance sometimes.
Oh yeah, so he's there early.
Yeah,
so,
he's always there early.
I mean, wouldn't know what to do with that. So we have a
No,
little
he's
bit of
modulated his schedule so well now.
Yeah. But anyways, that one time we tried to take Access, they were an hour late, which means we would have missed the appointment.
Yeah.
But they jobbed it out to a cab company, so I was making 20 phone calls, and by the end of the
stress
Access,
is crazy.
I was like this, what are you talking about? Where is it? The cab? What cab? Where's Access? And Abby's over here. She's like, calm down. Like, it was just not good. And so I knew that she couldn't manage the variables of when it doesn't work.
Yeah, and
So
he
for
can.
that reason, we
so
can.
we're always local. So it's happened once or twice where Access didn't come on time.
Yeah.
And so I just have had to take him to work, but it's been rare. I mean, he's been working there a year and a half, almost 2 years now. It's happened maybe 4 or 5 times.
Okay, that's not too bad.
So he's fine. And again, worst case,
But he
takes
can
Uber.
manage it, and
he
he knows-
manages it.
yeah.
It's pretty advanced level stuff.
Yeah.
Being able to manage a rideshare service like that and planning ahead of how much time you need to get somewhere and making sure that you do get somewhere on time, figuring out what that threshold is when you need to have plan B.
And how did they find you for the show, may I ask? Do you know?
I don't know how they found us,
Oh,
actually.
wow.
I know we did get an email saying they're casting for the show.
Maybe it was the Peers program?
I want to say it was probably Dr. Lageson, because what's funny is he did the program twice. The Peers program is this incredible program, research-based program, through Dr. Liz Lageson at UCLA.
Yeah.
And she's doing such amazing things for the community.
Yeah,
and we're
she
so
is.
grateful for her.
It's got to be expanded.
Yo, it has to.
Yeah.
They really need to take this nationwide. It's really special.
Yeah, it should be in high schools.
Yeah.
I should have a
it
peers
really
program in every
should.
high school in the
The
US.
program is all about teaching adults, I believe specifically on the spectrum, how to socialize, like understanding, as you said, those nuanced social rules that, neurotypical people just kind of pick up.
Yeah.
But people on the spectrum, they just don't. It's like they miss that day in school when they teach you, how to make small talk and how to meet, how to chat with someone at a party and how to make friends and how to, date someone. And they create all these circles and they really structure it in a way that makes it very digestible for people on the spectrum. It's amazing. So he did it twice. And after the second time, my brother had it in his head that he wanted a girlfriend so badly. And so he was very anguished about it. And he talked about it constantly with us, with everyone that he knew. And poor Dr. Lageson, he got her phone number and email. Oh. And he called and emailed her all the time. Oh, wow. He was emailing her probably once a day. Oh, wow. And this was her office assistant was emailing him back saying, Dr. Lageson is unavailable. Like, you can, I'll give her a message. And it was always the same message. Please, Dr. Lageson, please help me find a girlfriend. I want a girlfriend. Please help me. Like, why can't I find a girlfriend? I just over and over and over. And that's one of his big autism traits, is this hyperfixation on things. Right now his hyperfixation is on school and on traveling and also, again, having a girlfriend. Yeah. So I want to believe that Dr. Lageson saw the opportunity for the show to come to the U.S. and thought, thank God I can get Subodh off my back. I think that's my guess. I haven't confirmed this with her or anything like that, but that's my guess.
That's really funny. Off my back.